Hi! I hope everyone's doing super dandy today because for today's video, we're gonna be crocheting a sweater because it's actually getting cold out, which I'm really excited for because I just love cuddling up on the couch with like blankets and sweaters. So I'm just in the mood to wear warm clothes. So the first thing I want to do for fall is make a cozy sweater. I went to my craft store, bought all the yarn that I liked, and we're gonna put it all together and make a sweater. This sweater is definitely very much inspired by Pinterest because I've been seeing all of these amazing sweaters on Pinterest lately, and I want all of them. I want all of them. So instead of buying all of them, I'm gonna try to recreate, inspired one that I'm making. So I got my chunky crochet hook right here, and I guess we can just start knotting it up, stitching it up, but I don't know. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the ribbing of the sweater. So I'm gonna do it in this pretty green color here, and then once I have that, then we can move on to the next part. So I'm using an 8mm hook. You could probably use something way chunkier, but that's the biggest one I could find in my craft store. And I'm just starting off with, I think, like 7 chain stitches. Again, not really counting because I'm kind of just making this pattern up on the spot. And then once I'm done that, I'm going back through and I'm just doing slip stitches. This is how you do the ribbing, which is so pretty. So once you figure this out, you're gonna wanna do this every single time you make something. But you're doing a slip stitch for all the stitches going back, and then when you get to the end, you turn around and you go back and you do slip stitches again, except you're doing them in the back. So you're not doing it through both of the, the V's when you do a stitch. You're just doing the back and doing a slip stitch. That's it. That's how you do this ribbing, and it is just so beautiful. It's the most beautiful stitch I have ever seen in my entire life. And then I just kept doing this until I finished the whole ribbing. Now that we have this stitch down, we're just gonna keep repeating it until we finish a long rectangle that will fit around our waist. So this is just gonna take a minute. This is how much I've done, but it can stretch like a lot bigger, but I definitely want it. Yeah, I want it a lot bigger because it stretches to my waist, but yeah, I want it loose. So like when it's sitting on my waist, it looks like this and not like that. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit longer, get it the perfect length, and then the next part. Bam, bam, turkey chicken! I have the waistband all done. And I kind of created it a bit oversized. You can see here it is not tight, the waistband, because I want the sweater to be, a nice oversized, comfy sweater. So what I'm gonna do is I'm keeping my waistband like this. I'm not gonna put it together. And I'm gonna work off the top here. So I'm just gonna go from one side to the other side and just keep going back and forth until, we finish it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and forth on the top, which I kind of explained, not really good, but I'm adding in my color now. So I have this blue, which I'm pulling through the top, and now I'm just doing double crochet stitches just on the top. It's really easy, and sorry I'm not explaining how to do a double crochet stitch. I'll have it linked down below, but I'm just doing double crochet stitch and across the whole. So when you're doing the ribbing here and you're putting the next row of crochet like we're doing now, it's a little difficult to know where to put it. So I like to put it in between this part here, so there and there. And then I also like to put it in the middle of that. So that's where I like to put them, or that's where I'm putting them for all of this, and then that's how I'm keeping track. So it is even all the way across this band here. I think I want to do one more row of blue. I think I want it a little bit thicker, so I'm just gonna go back, the way I came, and then I think we'll switch up the color. This sweater, it's starting to actually look like I don't know, a wavy mushroom. I think it's like a wavy worm mushroom maybe. Also, when I'm crocheting, I am constantly moving. I cannot sit in one spot the whole time, so. So, it's still kind of looking like a wavy mushroom, but I think you'll be okay because when you stretch it out, no more wavy mushroom, but normally wavy mushroom. So I'm just gonna pretend like it's all good and this is how it's supposed to be, and I'm gonna go with the next color, which it's this beautiful pink here. Look how pretty this color is. Pink next, and I think I wanna do like a bigger block, maybe the same size block, like, I don't know, this much of the pink. Yeah. Also, when you're changing colors on a double crochet, you want to leave the last stitch looking like this before you actually finish it, and you want to finish it with the new color. So here I just have a slip knot of the pink here, and I'm just gonna put my hook through these two loops like that, and then pull the pink through to finish it like that. And then I'm just doing 2 slip knots if you're doing a double crochet, and then you're ready to start the next row. Pretty easy. But I think for the rest of the sweater, I'm just gonna do a double crochet. Like, I'm just gonna do the same stitch for this whole thing just because it's easy, it's simple, it looks good, it's fast, it's easy. So I'm not gonna get too fancy with this sweater. I'm just trying to make a sweater. Bam, bam, turkey and chicken. Look how pretty those colors are together. So I almost got 4 rows of the pink done, but then I ran out of yarn halfway through the sweater. So I'm gonna have to switch it over. I think I'm gonna use this light pink because I want to switch it up to something a bit lighter anyways. So half the sweater or half the part there is gonna be pink, which I think is gonna look nice. I think that'll look cool like that. So I've done a few things. I have this much done here and it looks pretty good, but I originally made it too big. So I just spent some time getting rid of some of it. You can see this used to be a part of the sweater, which is one of the reasons why I like crochet so much, is you can take it apart if you make it too big. So I made it a bit smaller, so now it fits, which I originally should have just made the waist fit my waist and not be loose, but now that I have it at the length for the bottom, I'm gonna split it up into 2, as you can see here. I just stopped crocheting in the middle here, so halfway, because now I need to make some room for the arms. So I worked on the back a bit and I did these checkers and then a little bit of a pattern up here. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna sleep on it and thinking about it tomorrow, but also the back. So you're not really gonna see this top portion here. And then the front, haven't really done anything yet just because I wanna go to the craft store and get some more colors. Cause I really want like a hot pink, maybe a red, and some more green, just because I really love the color combination here. I don't have any more, so I need to go shopping tonight and then I'll continue on with all this crocheting tomorrow. Okay, I went to the craft store last night and I went a little crazy. I got a lot of yarn. I got purple, pink, more green, blue, yellow, and I think that's it. That's all the colors I got. But I think I'm pretty sweat. I was gonna say sweat there. I think I'm pretty set to finish the sweater. I think there's enough now. So I better just get started in crocheting just because I gotta finish the body before I can like move on to, you know, the rest of the sleeves and stuff like that. But I woke up this morning and looked at it and I like it more today than I did yesterday. I just think it's because I was just staring at it way too much yesterday. So I like just kind of got tired of it. Also, this morning I woke up and all the yarn at the craft store was on sale for 25% off. And I paid regular price. Next, I just finished the front and the back of the sweater until I got it looking like this. like this. Yeah, right there. So here, once I had the front and the back done, I went and I connected it with a slip stitch, or was it single crochet? Either one will work, a slip stitch or a single crochet. And I'm just using the exact color. So you can see I'm changing colors from blue to pink to white, green, whatever color I'm using, just so you don't see the stitching on the side, so it's invisible. Neat little trick, not really a trick, but anyways, I do that until I get to the top of the arm, and then after that I go to the top shoulder parts because we got to connect that. And I did the exact same thing, except you just use one of the colors and it'll be invisible. And I did that from each side towards, you know, the neck hole, and now it looks like this. So this is what my sweater looks like so far. It's pretty much a sweater without the arms, and I'm very happy with the shape of it. Like, the shape and the fit's really good, but I'm just a little disappointed with the pattern here. This was supposed to be the back, but I kind of like this one more than this side. I just don't like what I did with the yellow and pink here. I wish I just kept it to stripes, so I'm not sure that I want to keep this one for the front or this side for the front, but it doesn't really matter because it's gonna be, you know, the same. Like, it doesn't matter which way I wear this sweater, so I can decide later. But yeah, I'm like looking at my viewfinder. I'm not like a huge fan of this, so I think instead of just redoing it, I'm just gonna keep this as the front of the sweater. Hi. So it's the next day now. I have a different sweater because I woke up this morning and hated it. I hated it. I really hated the yellow and the pink. The block thing I had before, it was not very good. So I decided I wanted to redo it because if I finished the sweater, I would have really regretted it and then not liked it. So redid it all, like half the front, and it looks a lot better now. So now that I'm back to the same spot I was yesterday, we can finally grow some arms. So I think I'm just gonna grow them off here where the armholes are, and I think that's my plan of attack. For our armholes, I need to make sure it is right side out, so this is right side out, so step 1, check. Step 2, get the color you want, and I'm gonna use this purple here. Step 3, you need your hook, otherwise, I don't know, you can maybe do it with your hands. And then last step, put your hook through here, grab the new color, pull it through, chain 2, and then you're ready to go. You're ready to double crochet and grow some armholes. So most people, when they grow arms, they grow them off and then they attach them after. But I decided I wanted to grow them off the sweater, which probably not the best approach because they probably will turn off uneven, but I didn't. Yeah, they probably did. I think my arms are uneven now, but this is what I'm doing. And then each time I'm going around in a circle, I'm attaching each row with a slip stitch and then doing 2 chain stitches and then continuing on with my double crochet. I think maybe I didn't. Did I mention this? No, I don't think I did, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, moment of truth. I'm gonna try it on now because the arm is almost done. I think it's almost done. I just need to do the ribbing, the same ribbing I did to the bottom, if it's the right length. But before I do that, I gotta try this bad boy on. I actually made the sleeve a little too long, so I actually could get rid of a little bit, maybe even the whole pink here. You can see it's like here, but I'm still gonna be adding like probably 2 to 3 inches, so I might even just get rid of the pink here and then make a pink cuff. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. I just got to do obviously the other arm, but this is what the sweater's gonna look like. So for the ribbing, it's the same as the ribbon we did for the bottom of the sweater, except I'm doing it backwards. So you have to attach it first, and then you do like 6 or 7 or 8 chain stitches. I don't know how many it was, but something like that. And then it should look this, and then you go backwards. Then you do your slip stitches all the way back. But instead of just like going back and forth, you do have to attach it to your arm so it stays on. So you just do like a little attachment, and then you can go back and forth and just make sure you keep attaching it. Thumbs up. So I'm halfway done the cuff here. This is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good for me at least. And when I'm attaching it to the sleeve here, I'm actually skipping a stitch up here just because I want it to be tighter. I don't want a saggy, not tight cuff. So I'm skipping one every single time I attach it just so it's more snug. Okay, finally finished one arm. It is all done. The cuff is actually pretty perfect. I'm actually surprised how well the cuff turned out. So one arm is done, and now I just have one more arm to do here and then fix the neck, because obviously the neck is it's a little big, but I think I might do that tomorrow just because I'm kind of tired of crocheting. So I'm gonna grow the other arm tomorrow. So bye. Morning. It's my morning, so that's why I'm saying morning. But today we are gonna finish the last arm here, and I gotta show you guys a few things because I don't think I showed you guys how to decrease it, and also that's actually it. I'm only teaching you one more thing. So I'm about halfway done the arm here, and this is where I started decreasing on the other arm. So I'm just gonna show you quickly how I started decreasing it so it went like this. So I actually learned this magic on TikTok, I think, and what you do is you do the start of a double crochet, except you don't finish it, you just pull it through so there's 3 on your hook, and then you go into the next one, you pull 1 through, and then you yarn over, pull it through 3 of the loops, leave it like that, and then you finish your double crochet with, yarn over, pull through, and bam bam, chicken turkey, it doesn't look like you actually put 2 together. Oh yeah, and then you're doing that 3 times per row, so these spots I just pointed to. And then you just continue on with double crochet in between. So I finally finished the other sleeve, and this is what it looks like. I like the colors. It looks really good together. So now that I'm done like the sleeve portion, I just need to do the cuff at the end, and I'm gonna do it in this blue color. And if you're curious, it is 15 rows for my sleeve, for my arm. Your sleeve might be a little different. Yeah, sleeve might be a little different. And then the cuff, I think it's about 7 stitches in the length, and then the width is just, every other stitch for the cuff. I'm gonna finish the cuff now just because it's kind of a little boring and it kind of takes a little bit of time. So I'm just gonna crank through that, and then after that, we are pretty much done the sweater, and I can just touch it up, get rid of all the loose ends, and then I can show you guys how it looks. So I am done the sweater. It is on me, but there's 2 things I want to mention before I actually show you. So 1, it's not perfect, so just know that it's not perfect. And 2, I didn't get all the strings tucked in yet because my yarn needle doesn't fit this chunky yarn, so ignore those 2 things. That's all I had to say, so here it is. Ta-da! Isn't it so cute? I'm actually so impressed with myself that I actually made a sweater without a pattern, and I've never made a sweater before. Everything I've made before is either like a tank top or a bag. Things that aren't very complicated and don't require much, alteration. So here it is. Here is my chunky sweater. But that's it. I finished my sweater, so that was the goal of this video, was to obviously make a chunky sweater. So now that I'm done this, I can move on to the other 5 billion projects I want to crochet. Like this bag right here. I want to try to finish this one next. It's just a little purse. And then another thing I want to do is I want to make Benson a matching sweater because I have leftover yarn and he's little, so I can use all that leftover yarn to make him a little matching sweater. Wouldn't that be so cute if me and Benson were matching and we could go for walks in the winter? I don't know. Those are my goals right now. But that's all I had to say. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day and week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!